Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to more Call of Duty action. It's your boy Charlie Tantrums Random and the man Bezo. It is your cast-off champion, so yeah, we're here for the day for Championship Sunday. We're here, we're lit. Brother Bezo, tell me, how we feeling?
I'm feeling great. We got a little nap in a couple of hours ago as well, just making sure we were refreshed, juiced, and ready to go. Currently 3:20 a.m. all the way down in Australia, so a lovely time to be doing some Call of Duty commentary. And what a matchup to start off with, Tanner. I mean, we're here for grand final time, and I mean, we've still got a lot of Call of Duty to play, but we're starting off with a banger first series.
Nah, this is going to be a good one for sure. You've got One44 versus GenTea Energy. You know, One44 hasn't dropped the map all weekend. GenTea Energy go to a Game 5 against Kexrat and Co. You know, that one a little bit tough. Could have gone either way, but this one's going to be a good one to go ahead and take a look at the lineups here. One44, Sparks, Hype, Luge, Careful. You take a look at GenTea Energy. You have got Dello, Adam Savage, Zuner, and Calamity. Both very good rosters. This is going to be a good one. The fight for winter finals is on. What do you think so far, Bezo?
I think we've got a lot of talent, a lot of hype, a lot of pressurized players in the lobby. A lot of guys I've had the privilege of casting in the past on previous tournaments. So some very familiar names here, some refreshing new names as well. But from what I can see here, I mean, this just looks on paper to be such a brilliant contested first series. And I hope a lot of these matches do go the distance. I think they're going to be very deserving of so. And with the map pool we've got ahead, we've got familiar maps here to start off the series with back-to-back raid for Hardpoint and S&D. And then, you know, Overload, it's a questionable mode. I know we're probably going to say that a few times on the stream, but Overload for the next two, and then finishing on Scar if we're able to go the distance for that final search and destroy. Tanner, what do you think about the map pool? How do you think that suits both these teams?
I mean, you go ahead and take a look at map number one. It's going to be 144's pick, so, you know, should be their favorite map. But again, Rage is one of those classic maps anybody can take. It's, you know, of course, the most nostalgic map, I have to say, in competitive history. I mean, my God, we've had it now in 3 Call of Duties, and adding it to the new one as well for Black Ops 7. I see this one being a close one for map number one. I'm going to have to say I got to go with GenTea Energy. Maybe just because I might just own a GenTea Energy in Tennessee, but that's not the case. It's game number one, ladies and gentlemen, of winners semifinals. Here we go.
Well, we'll see how we go. 1-4. This tournament, so we'll see if they can continue the streak here as we start on P1. Of course, it's always going to be nice and mixy. We know teams are going to be fighting for control over this ring side and eventually make their way through middle, and you can see GenTea stacking early through middle. Yeah,
GenTea already getting 10 points on the board. They're already on the time as well. Dello going to be able to hold it down with the AR as well. You got some support top laundry. Just got to make sure you're holding these P2 spawns. You get some mid-map pressure coming on in, though. 144 is going to be able to break. And the thing is here, you got to get some kills, and you got to make sure you push up this laundry side so you can get these P2 flips.
Yeah, absolutely. And so far, not too bad with the amount of points accrued on P1 so far. 16-10, a little bit of time left. So you see one final contest here from Dello. If he looks to get this final kill, he can add a couple more points. But instead, happy to rotate. They still have to battle with Hype in the back, who's in a terrific spot here. Could be on for 2, but just finishes with 1.
Yeah, Zuner going to be able to shut him down and be able to secure those back spawns as well. You're going to have some mid-map presence from 6 and 8 here. That's going to be Sparks and Hype trying to push right on through the front. The attacks are coming on in. The lethals are coming on in. They're connecting on, but you got to make sure the bullets are connecting on as well. Zuner going to be able to hold. Zuner going to be able to find 2. Now checking the backside here. Here comes 144.
And it was a good job from Cal on the back, slowing the push from and the pinch from the back. Does a great job, has the help of Zuna. Currently on a 5 streak as well. 6-1 start for him. Great effort as GenTea continue to hold this hill with ease. And it was just real difficult for 144 to play, even when trying to go for the pinch, you know. Very well held from GenTea.
I mean, GenTea is playing this perfect, you know. In a scenario like number 7 was in, you win that gunfight, you get that 2-piece. This is going to be a different type of hill. 144 definitely gets some time off that. That's a huge win out of Zuner, and that's a huge spree, and that's what gets them the early lead up by 50 now. But you go ahead and take a look at it. 144 is going to be able to have this rotation, but the side of GenTea going to push through on through bedside here. They could get a possible retake here.
Yeah, and Seven's got to be careful of this mid player here. Someone's got to have eyes on it, but they're going to stack through AC here, outnumbering the time.
Oh, good shoulder.
Here currently with just one player on time. You got one watching driveway here. He's in a nice little battle against Dello. Wins his gunfight, slowly making his way over to the hill. Hype does a great job finding two. Does get traded though, but you've got a lot of pressure around this time, Tanner. And, you know, those deep spawns poolside, they're going to be hard.
No, they are indeed. If you're careful here, you got to be able to hold it down here in Jim. It's a 2-for-1 exchange. Cal going to be able to find one. Dello finds one with the car bomb as well. Pushing off through the backside. It's going to be a two-piece. Sliding the gliding in, frying on in. Eventually going to get shut down by Sparks, though. So 144 have found some good time off this so far. So getting themselves back into the game, but now you got to focus on basketball court here.
Yeah, it was a good job to get back into it. You had to do it on that hill as well. You don't want to be facing a deficit of near 80 points to start the first set of rotations, but they do well. They claw back, get themselves into this game, but it's about this basketball hill. We see a lot of times over the years, this is the money hill of Raid, and a lot of teams do push out their leads and usually win from good holds on this hill. So we'll see what they do, but a nice little kitchen stack here, slowly making its way, but they're taking their time on the break, Tanner. I love to see this.
Yeah, GenTea starting off hot and everything going their way so far. About to get over the 100-point mark. Would love to hear what the comms are sounding like. Here we go with a listen-in of GenTea Energy.
Run time.
Careful.
Two on the K front.
Yeah, I have this. Two of them. I got one. I got it. Shit on.
Nice.
Everybody front. Yeah, one front on me. One front. Okay.
Goes left on time. Back chain front.
One on the back. What's on the back, Luge?
Luge. Yeah, two of the back, right?
I'm going
One cut out quick.
Yeah, I'm going mid right now.
Go in P1, go in P1.
Every front.
Going.
P1 dead. Every front. They can't get
right.
Last one's off. Yo, have all P1.
I'm holding on push through.
I have all P1, guys.
I'm getting on time.
I got another one. They're gonna be a fold. They're gonna be a fold. Yeah, kitchen. I have all P1. I have all P1 on me.
All these guys.
One more money. Going open steps. There's one more kitchen right now.
I'm watching my kitchen.
Open on you, CoD. I'm gonna go
Tiki Sparks. Yo, Sparks Tiki. So
I'm looking at it. Open. Talk careful. Open. Dead. It's nice.
Nice.
Yo,
Pretty. Lots of time.
we're meeting one.
Grab time.
I mean, you hear the comms. Everything's sounding good right now. Everything is starting to click. They get a lot of time, and they're getting a lot of kills as well, Bezo. Tell me, what did you think of the comms from the side of GenTea Energy?
The comms are great. The passion's flowing early. That's exactly what you want to see. And the thing I like about that too is they weren't too fast about scrapping that last 20, rather trying to just hold mid-map position and work towards P5 and work back some time here. And they have been able to slowly hold this lead, GenTea. But you know what? 144, they're doing well to stay in this game. They're making it nice and contested against GenTea. And right now, I mean, this could be neck and neck by the first set of P1.
No, for real. Going into the second set of rotations, it once went from a 60-point lead to now almost a tied game, which I believe it's actually going to be. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, second set of rotations coming on in. Banger map so far. Who's going to be able to take it? GenTea Energy or 144 Esports?
Well, 144 with that streak, you know, a lot to live up to. They're not doing too bad so far, but when you're coming into the day fresh off a nice long couple of hour break before your last set, anything can happen, so you got to be in form as you go. But right now, GenTea Energy, with that passion flowing, Cal's sitting on 20 kills right now, super far out in front in terms of slaying. I mean, everything's looking GenTea right now.
Everything is GenTea right now. Hype trying to break onto the hill. Cal's on a 5 though. Cal, if you can get a Hellstorm missile here, it's huge. Cal go for the chow. That's gonna be Hype. Gonna be able to get the trade. It's a 3-for-1. 144 gonna be able to break in for the moment. But hey, look at number 5, Bezo, taking the route, trying to secure the P2 spawns.
Yeah, this is smart from Luge. He doesn't have to force a gunfight here. His job is just to get information, try play his life. He's going to get nice and aggressive here, though. On pocket, looking for the second one on Adam. Doesn't find the kill, which, you know, probably hurts his team a little bit there. He could have opted to stay alive, but his teammates had to get out of the spawn, which was their, you know, hardest mission of that P1 hill. But still, neck and neck, 18 points, Tanner, going into P2.
Oh my gosh! And Cal pops an absolute nasty 3-piece mid-map, going to be able to help his team secure the hill and keep those spawns consistent as well. It is all GenTea going into P2, and this man Cal, once on a 5 spree, now a 7 spree. We may just see our first Merciless today finally get shut down.
Yeah, it's always that caster curse that kills the players. As soon as we mention it, it's gone. Just as easy as that, but I'm sure he'll get back onto another streak. And no, Luch has been struggling in this game. He hasn't had the flashiest time as he usually would. being that, aggressive player, and he's struggling a little bit here. But GenTea have done so well, rotating off P1, holding the good side spawn. They've been able to accrue so much time here on P2 and looking to crack 200 points going into Gym. I mean, they are setting themselves up to take map number 1.
I mean, like you said, Abesh, Luge is having a little bit of a slow start into the series so far. Adam finds a nice 2 there, but it's the slaying differential. Take a look at 144. No one on the side of the 144 is positive. Maybe Sparks, but you go to GenTea Energy, you have got 2 players positive, and Calamity is 32 and 14 right now. This dude cannot be stopped. It's Championship Sunday, and this is the best time to play like this.
This was the guy that wasn't on my radar, not one I'm very familiar with, but sir, I am familiar with your game now, with the way you are playing. You are definitely holding a very high pedestal on yourself right now, but here come 144 in the contest, trying to find some time where they can. Dello's going to go down though as Hype finds 2. Finally, some life here for 144. Are they going to be able to hold as they rotate over towards basketball, though? As we said, that Money Hill, Tanner, this is the one that's going to make or break.
This is going to be make or break right here. If you're 144, you have got to go on the rotations. You already see 8 and 5 getting it earlier, but I like this play from 4. Just going to kind of play his life in the back of the map here. Wait for the boys, wait for the reinforcements to come on in. Plays it safe. We could be seeing a 3v3 coming up very soon, and this, I feel like, is going to be the winner of the game right here.
Yeah, this might be, but Luge is going to be the first player inside of time, so this is your saving grace here. If you can get careful to watch over you, who's playing around that cutout area, he's going to be the one to help as much as he can, but Luge, unlucky to not find that second kill there as Dello breaks on through, looking to extend this time for GenTea Energy, and the numbers are stacked in the point. This is going to be hard to break from the front, Tanner, so Hype is going to try and flank, but he's not going to get through Cal, who is still absolutely shredding in this lobby with 34.
Yeah, everybody is absolutely... Oh, sorry. Yeah, Cal's absolutely shredding. Literally the only guy. It looks like he is unstoppable at the moment. But as I say that in the meantime, 144 going to be able to break on in. Luge with a big triple as well. That's good scrap time. But now we go to P5. Middle map coming up very soon. And who else but 144? I mean, sorry, GenTea locked in on this next rotation.
And 16 points is that difference. So Luge has been able to find the initial time. He found some late time as well. So he's starting to step up OBJ-wise for his team. Maybe not the best in slaying, but he's helping where he can. As Sparks tries to stay alive, dancing and turning on the point, gets caught. Now you got one open. Cal, who's been amazing all game, is going to rip the head straight off of Luge. No issue for him here. Pistol out. It's going to get another one there. And oh my God, 144, they're doing so well to stay in this game right now.
I don't know how it's this close. It shouldn't be this close. It should be a blowout. Somehow 144 is fighting. Sometimes it's not about the kills. It's about hopping on the hill. And that's exactly what they're doing to make this comeback happen. But when you're in the sight of Cal, you're going to be dead. Cal with a big 2. Careful response with a double.
This guy is doing some unreal things right now. I mean, who is going to stop him at this rate? 40 and 22. We're going to go to another P1 here for the 3rd set, Tanner. This is getting extremely close, and it's about a 10-point difference here. It should end on this hill, but I don't know, with the way things are going, we could get to another P2.
My God, it comes down to this right here. Map number 1, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What a cinematic day. What a cinematic start to kick us off here on Championship Sunday. Zooner going for the 2, not going to be able to find it. It's a 2 for 1. GenTea Energy control the time for the moment.
Oh my God, and Hype gets a second one. That's huge. He's going to be able to contest the time. He might not have the help, though, as they start stacking some numbers in time. It's going to be Cal, who's been the main man of the series so far. Pistol comes out, but gets shot in the back, and now Luge slowly has been getting his way back into this game. Adam's going to get backed up from the pillars. 4 seconds needed, though, for GenTea Energy.
Oh my gosh.
This is going to go right down to the wire, and here comes the pinch.
Yeah, here comes the pitch from all 3 different sides. 2, 1, 3. This should be GenTea Energy. They should be able to take this one. They're in, but here comes more reinforcements.
Oh my God, they're going to get it done in an absolute ruler of a map 1, Tanner. Oh my God.
Holy hell. Cal kicks us off here. Map number 1 with 40 plus and an absolute close one. GenTea Energy take your map number 1 in the most cinematic fashion to kick us off here on Championship Sunday.
I think it pushed out to about an 80-point lead, and GenTea at times looked like they were just going to run away with it, but 144 just continued to remind them why they've been unbeaten for most of the tournament. Well, now they're not. They've finally dropped their first map, but you're only dropping it by 4 points. I mean, you're really looking at that map going, it goes down to a few moments, a couple of rotations, a couple of one-on-ones. Maybe his setup was a little bit shaky, but that's an unlucky one to drop if you're 144. GenTea get on top. They're feeling hot going into this search and destroy. And I mean, if the pace is exactly like we just saw, this S&D could just be a glorified team deathmatch between these two teams. I mean, that kill count was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous indeed. You know, one thing I want to take away, I haven't said it about Cal dropping 40. 4,400 damage, 33 non-traded kills. And he only had one other teammate on his team that actually went positive. So, literally, that man was just killing everything on the map. And, you know, it's a good thing out of GenTea Energy you win that. Because guess what? That was 144's pick, and that's 144's first loss of the weekend. So now you go to the raid search and destroy. GenTea's feeling great. They're like, hey, we just took their pick. Now it's our pick. Let's go up 2-0 in the series. But hey, again, anything can happen in the search and destroy. You can either get 100-point clubbed on the hard point, or you can have a close one. Come out in the search and destroy. It can either be belt to ass, or it can be a round 11. Either way.
Oh, yeah, it can go either way. And with the new movement system on raid, it does not play like it used to on any other boots on ground CoD, or you know, even Black Ops 3 when we had the throwback map of raid wasn't introduced in competitive Call of Duty. So this is the first real test that we get to see the wall bouncing mechanic, you know, jumping over zig, jumping down open stairs. The movement you can incorporate on this map now plays such a big part, and it definitely changes the way this map is played in Search and Destroy. So with that element in, Tanner, I think, you know, a lot of teams are going to have to adjust the way that they used to blindly rush out certain sites and play a little bit more passive, but we're not seeing that from these two teams, especially from map 1.
I mean, I love it. I love it. Just get aggressive, get aggro immediately. Careful with the snip snap, though, to kick us off here. First blood onto Cal. So early number advantage going toward 144 Esports.
Oh, geez. Okay. And we're going to trade back with a nice little nade that blows up that van. And that's a good 1-for-1 trade, but then Hype's going to add another one to it as well as he takes out Zuna. And, well, Dello trying to get a bit aggressive there, gets caught, and it's going to be down to Adam. 1 versus 3, able to find one. Bomb has gone down. Last two players hiding inside a middle. They're going to get the information as he crosses, but this is not where you throw your life. You just back up, you play the 50-50, you force Adam to make the play. He has bomb in hand.
Yeah, 45 seconds left on the clock now. Just playing for a pick, waiting for somebody to go right into the iron sights here. But also just trying to decide what bomb site he wants to go to. I mean, you got A, you got B. Personally, in my opinion, I feel like B is more of a clutchable site in that scenario. But A is going to be the choice, and he could be running into the gunfire very soon.
Yeah, they've picked the right 50-50 choice here, and there's nothing you can do if you're Adam. That's just unfortunate. You hope they rotate over. They don't. They hold strong, and that's the thing. They can sit in the middle of the map. They're close to both sides. They're able to rotate very quickly. But as long as they stay together there and they don't scam, that's an unlosable round. So they've done well. They take advantage of the numbers advantage.
Yeah, and it starts, honestly, with a careful first blood. You're able to get a snip snap right off the rip. You know, a nade trade comes on through, but you win the trades in the end times. It's a 1v3. Adam able to pick up one, but when there's still two people on the map, it's so hard to deal with. And, I mean, hey, 144 come away with the first round. Let's see what GenTea can do, see if they can bounce it back, tie it up, or let's see if 144 gets a little bit of a rally here and just wins. Hell, let's say they just win 5 straight and 6-0 them.
Yeah, and if we go into round 11 as well, this first round bug kind of would feel annoying for the players and especially the viewers as well, as 2 kills never count in the first round, so that could go a long way to being a round 11 differential as well. But it's good to see the scope in play multiple rounds here, as Kel's going to be the one on the scope who was the absolute frying machine from map number 1 here. But so far, nice little passive play. Sparks the bomb carrier inside of red, just trying to get that information early, see what's showing. Careful, going to get that first blood on Dello. That's a great first blood.
Back-to-back rounds with a first blood with a sniper from Careful. Absolutely using it to the best of its ability right now. Up to a 3-0 start as well. Luge, this is going to be a big gunfight here. Zuner is able to spot the toes, able to take him out now, so evens it out to a 3v3. 144 looking like they're going to opt to use the A side. Going through the nade. Cal, can you hit the snip snap? No, you can't.
Oh, no. Oh, unlucky mantle there. I think he went for the wall bounce and just caught the mantle instead, but it must be so intimidating to shoulder peek at an angle and just see that glint of the sniper and go, oh, yeah, that's not what I can shell. I can't do that. I'm just going to get my head ripped off by this guy. Especially when you got a guy who's frying with an automatic weapon in his hand, then put a one-shot in his head. I mean, that's just terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. But hey, it's 2 rounds straight from 144 Esports right now, so playing a little bit different. I would like to say they're playing a little bit more confident. I mean, Careful's got the sniper out. He's 4-0. He's hitting the shots early, so the man's looking like pomade on the map right now. Let's see if he can continue his dominance here. Let's see if 144 can put more rounds on the board and tie this one up at 1 apiece.
This is really good, and I like this angle here. Zuna's going to find another first blood with the utility, so that's another massive thing with this game as well. Not a lot of players running flak jacket. I think a lot more opting for lightweight. That's going to be a lot down to utility usage being a key part until trophies are in play, which probably won't go until round 4 or 5. So you've got the numbers advantage here. Post-plant, 4 versus 3. Adam's in a great spot in the water here, so as long as he doesn't get his head ripped off, they should be in a good spot. Yeah,
but Lucy's going to go for the pinch here. Not going to be able to find that onto Delo, so both your players going to be up here in money, and it would be absolutely money if you can clutch this round, but it's a 4v2, very tough scenario. 20 seconds left on the clock. You got to move fast here.
Yeah, I don't know what you can do in this position. No one's really scamming here for the side of GenTea. One does drop, but you've wasted so much time here, so you've got this round under your belt, seeing if they could just find the final couple of kills, work towards that round 11 score if need be for kills. And they do well. That's a very good side take. You know, not a lot of defensive pressure there early as well, so maybe, I don't know, players will think about whether or not they're going to fan out the map a bit more and cover both bomb sites or play that retake situation.
I mean, you just play a little bit too slow there. I think it starts with Delo just camping inside Tiki. He gets the first blood immediately. Your only side of pushing is going to be money. Money, literally. And when you got 2 bodies, Tiki, you got someone top bedroom, it's going to be almost damn near impossible. Somebody needs to go on a route. That's really where it starts with. You can't just move up just through mid and money. You got to take some routes here, chat. But doesn't work in their favor now. GenTea get the first round on the board and get the first blood.
Oh, and that nade as well, just backing up that sniper. Perfect play, and another sniper in play. Cal once again scoping from basketball. Great line of sight, has that cross to open stairs as well, so you're not going to be able to make the play if you are there, but Adam slowly making his way up ringside. I don't know if Luge has spotted him. I don't think he has, so maybe Adam's in a good spot. He's got them blocked in. 144 can't pretty much rotate off this side, so they're going to try and force this bomb down. Oh, Cal, dangerous position with the sniper.
Yeah, goes for the flick. Not going to be able to find anything. Delo goes for the wall bounce, but Luge finds 2. Luge might have an idea where this last player is going to be. Runs right into the barrel of Caldo. 1v2. 35 seconds left on the clock. More than enough time to do here.
Yeah, and now you've got an assault rifle in your hands as well with the sniper. You've got 30 seconds. You know one's in Tiki, but you can only assume someone's holding the cross here. So if he finds this kill in Tiki, it's huge, but he runs out of ammo. And now Hype's going to readjust. Perfect positioning. Perfect awareness from him to jump out, readjust. They get the round on the board again, Tanner. And we're seeing a lot of back and forth rounds. And, you know, so far this 3-1 lead is looking kind of nice here for 144, you know, putting a bit of momentum behind themselves.
I mean, it does, yeah. You got a nice lead at the moment, but I feel like as tight as that hard point is, I feel like it's going to be just as even tighter here in the search and destroy. It's not over just yet. A 2-round deficit can be depleted just like that. But what GenTea's going to have to start doing, utilizing the first bloods a little bit more. You know, they got the first blood in the last round, but an instant trade comes on through. They're not able to succeed off it, and they drop another round. But let's see what they can get going here. There you go.
And, well, there you go. There's the snipe. Another first blood. Free kitchen control. Love that from Luge, though. Straight up into pillars. Gets another first pick. Bomb went down for a second. They've been able to recover it, though. And Hype now not in the best position. Is trying to get in a spot to readjust, but you don't want to throw your life here if you're GenTea. You don't want to chase those kills. Try and fan out what information you can. It looks like they might think about steering this back to their spawn and just play off some time here and put some doubt in the mind of 144 because they're fanned out. They're just tucked back waiting for a GenTea scam right now.
Yeah, you know, an A bomb plant would be something exciting to see here. I want to see something a little bit different. We've just seen the bomb go B here. It would be very exciting, but 4 and 7, this could be a big gunfight right here.
Oh, I love this from 4. I love this from 4 though, Tanner. Tello making the play. We said it before. Someone has to be taking these routes, get behind enemy lines. Well, he's taken that job.
Wait.
Got right behind 2 here. Great first pick. There we go. Even numbers now, but Sparks is in a great spot inside Laundry. If he plays time, and you've got Hype open as well, Hype can make the play, but end up finding the kill. Oh my.
Wait a minute.
Hang on a second.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. Picks up 2 with the sniper, has the M15 as well. Might just see him on the bomb. Lay down. Oh my God.
Oh my God. This sniper is such an intimidating thing. I love seeing it back in comp, Tanner. I love it so much. Another dynamic map element that you can add to the game. But here we go. Hype has been able to readjust here. And I think Dello knows he's gone this side. So if Hype just keeps moving, he's in a good position here. But Dello's right on his tail. Is he going to spot him? He's going to get in a good spot. Oh, and the 1v3.
Man,
It's it done.
1v3 almost happens. Hype says for a moment, he says, believe the hype, the double kill with the sniper. Dello, brother, oh my gosh, you bow got ripped. He didn't check the right angle, but you bow got ripped. Lucky timing there. Somehow they win. They win that round. They're now down 1 round, but whew, that's a close one.
He was half a second away from getting his head ripped off and getting a triple kill against him there. Like, very ballsy to stand up planting. Interesting choice, but you know what? They get the round, so it's fine. And I want to see some better utility usage out of these teams. You know, we have trophies in play now. You know, we're at that point where teams now have the option to use trophies. Well, we're not seeing them too much just yet. A lot of util being used early. Have a look at number 4. Already up, has taken mid control. Dello's in a great spot here, and he's going to be able to feed this information with the wall in between him and those other players. He's just simply here to feed and say, look, I think they're in red. We've got them pretty much trapped. So if you add them, you cannot give up your life here at Laundry.
But the deal is, you know, Dello's right here mid-map. There's nobody in kitchen. Now 3 is able to move on up and watch the cross for a moment.
Ooh.
So that's going to give Dello some time, and Zuner also some time to hop in and get a few kills. Now 144, now in the number disadvantage here. You got to be able to even this out and get a bomb plant and try to even and make more rounds happen.
Oh, and that's a massive kill from Luge. You had to get that one, so now you've got Laundry control, but have a look at the purple arrows making their way across. Oh my goodness, Sparks. How's he end up doing that? And there we go. Just like that. They press their way to Laundry. They force the retake of the top area of the side. I don't know what the decision was there, but it ends up working. They don't go for the plant. They push them forward. They catch them lacking. So again, the sniper in play. It's been huge so far, Tanner, I believe. We've had about 6 or 7 snipe kills so far. It's been good to see.
Like, it has been very nice to see. Careful has gone big with the sniper. But the one thing I said again, GenTea has got to prioritize the first bloods. You know, they get the first blood in that scenario. Yeah. And sure, you were all huddled up on the A side. Sparks takes a route, gets a 2-piece that should have not happened at all. But hey, it works out in the favor. 144 up 4-2. Potentially could be able to take this one and tie it up at 1 apiece.
And mid-map control this time from 144, as per expected on raid. Defense love to take middle here, and I think they've spotted a few through, so 6 is going to readjust to the back of jungle here. Just ensure they don't go for the spawn wrap, and 2 and 7 are pretty much touching tips right now. I mean, this is just, how has that timing gone against both of them? That is absolutely crazy, but they're not going to know he's back here. Cal's just lurking. He's gotten right out. Dello's going to get caught, so now Cal's going to have to get a move on here with the pistol. He's going to get one in the back, though. Jump up inside a top red, and he can play his time here as he gets pinched in the back, though.
Adam now in the 1v3, trying to find his first kill on the board. It would be big if he could find it in this round. However, 144 shuts him down. They're up now 5-2.
Oh boy, 5-2. So just like that, we go from 3-1 to 5-2. They're holding strong. Adam yet to hit the board as well. And we spoke about that first map, you know, the kill differential between GenTea's best player and everyone else. There was a clear-cut difference, as you were saying. The slaying definitely wasn't there for some of them. But it doesn't look like it's been the same here, and we've seen them get first-blooded quite a few times, not capitalizing on numbers advantage. But again, you have to go down to the little things, the fundamentals in search and destroy. Where's your utility being used? Where are your trophies? How are you playing a retake? Where's the communication? I feel like it's lacking a little bit here for GenTea, but 144, this has been a great response here in map 2.
Indeed, a great response, but hey, you can't make a 2-5 comeback unless you're down 2-5. GenTea, let's see if they can get it going here. They're going to be on the defensive side. It's going to be a 4v4 on this A, so it's about to get crazy, but careful with the big first blood. Here comes more gun action.
Oh boy, wow. Just like that. Wow. Okay. Before we can even start saying anything, the round's over. I mean, just like that, defense holds strong.
I mean, good God.
Offense.
I mean, they looked like they played defense there. I mean, not even trying to make an approach on the bomb side. They pulled out the guns. I respect it. That was tippable. I love the ending to that game. But unfortunate for GenTea Energy. Going to be able to get tied up in the series now at 1 apiece. Mr. Adam, unfortunately, does drop the donut. I hate seeing it. Happens to everybody, though. It's a talented player. He'll be able to bounce it back here in the map 3. But we go to a Den overload, so we're going to be able to showcase that new game mode on a map like Den, where I saw a crazy ending yesterday. Went to overtime, goes by lives. Whoever gets the first cap wins. I mean, Bull Cup Matt was looking like Barry Sanders in it yesterday, so hopefully we can see it again. I would love to replicate it into this matchup. I have a feeling this one's going to be pretty close. However, 144 kind of just shifted the tide a little bit, you have to think here.
Yeah, it's a big momentum shift. Now you've guaranteed a second hard point as well. So if you thought you got robbed in the first one, well, now you've given yourself a chance to respond back with a second opportunity at that. But before we even get to that, just going back over some of the S&D there, of course, Adam doesn't finish with a kill, unfortunately, across the 8 rounds. You had a 5-3 first blood count going the way of 144. So capitalizing very much so. 5 of 6 rounds, first bloods, they convert. Very good conversion rate. I think their utility was very good. Their sniping prowess on the map was good. They were able to take space on both sides as well, offense and defense. And it was nice to see they weren't too afraid to push the pace, just like they were in map 1 in that search and destroy. So it shows they've got a lot of dynamic, elements to their game style. Well, can we see that on Den? In Overload, we know the mode is a little bit iffy, some of the spawn points of the ball, but Tanner, I believe that pace we saw from map 1 is really going to show here in map 3.
No, I mean, definitely for sure. I want to talk about a little bit more about map 2 too, going after that. Like the team play, you could tell the shift happened in map number 2. You want to take a look at 144. They played together as a team. That one round they went down in numbers, they were still playing together as a team. They took advantage of their first bloods. They deserved to win that search and destroy, and they deserve to have the series tied up at the moment. One thing GenTea didn't prioritize. They got first bloods. They lost the round. They were also just a little bit split. The last round they were together, but it didn't even matter at that point. I mean, first bloods happened. 144 benefited off of it, and that's exactly why we're here in map 3 tied up now. But this one's going to be a good one. I mean, can we see another Cal 40 piece potentially like map number 1? Maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. But, hey, this one right here to take the series lead, who's it going to be, chat? 144 or GenTea Energy?
Yeah, well, who knows? And we're about to find out. I don't know if a 40 is going to be... I don't know. It might be on the radar for him, but I'm sure they're just going to want to get this map under their wing and take that 2-1 lead if possible. So... to start here, we've got some pressure over in the middle of the map. 2 players pretty much touching on this statue here, and Dello's going to find himself one, grab the ball, start swinging over to B, but this is where you got to be careful. That spawn is going to be close on B. They're already there, position, ready to go. So you've got to start finding waving kills. You've got to push that spawn to the back, the top left of the map, where 4 just spawned on A.
Yeah, and 7's going to spawn all the way out. So all these players from GenTea right now trying to find some kills and maybe find a point, but 144 trying to pick up the CMP and maybe apply the pressure for the first cap. Careful with the big 2.
Yeah, and right now, you've got to go mid. You've got to take this ball mid. You're spawning right behind A here if you're the side of GenTea, so you're pretty much spawning on top of the ball. If you're the 144 squad there, you just got to grab the ball, try and send it mid. Roll wild card, try and get aggressive where you can, because these close spawns are just going to hurt both teams.
Yep, and your first cap comes on the board. GenTea Energy gets it done right away. It's a big push. Dello gets the timing, able to camp that building, able to find the first blood, second blood, third blood as well. But Luge finds a big 2. They're going to go ahead and have the rotation as well. And they just said, hell, screw it. A counter cap comes on in. Wait.
All right. Oh, no. Wait, no. Goalkeeper. Cal was able to get back in time. He had to help Azuna. Just like that, they take the ball. They said, oh, no, you don't. Reminds me a little bit of the IW save that Optic did in that uplink game. Just got right there, and now they're swinging it straight over to B, but they can't get across this mid-cut just yet. They've got to play passive. They've got to try and work these waving kills, because here they go.
I mean, that's an answered prayer right there. I kid you not, Luge was so close. The spawn that came in right on B was like millimeters away. That's actually insane. Blessed spawn out of GenTea Energy. Good defensive stand from them, and now they're trying to make the approach here on the offense. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone spawns closer to the ball when it resets to its, home point as well, which makes things a little bit harder for teams to steer, their direction of where they want to take the capture. And you can see now GenTea slowly working over this B side here, trying to take control of these roof areas and Just try and position around this ball. They're going to work across. They find a kill around P2 here. Careful's going to be straight on top of it, but gets caught. Now map position has been taken, but Luch able to respond back, almost finding himself a second one, just able to stay alive.
Yeah, I'm going to go into a listen here with 144, and let's see how they can bounce back in the first round of Overload.
Find the desk, at him. 2 mid on me, 2 mid on me.
We coming small, we
One's
coming
going right,
small.
one's going right, one's going right.
Small Dello. Wrapping it B, bro.
Already outer, 1 HP Dello. Two outer. They got ball, they have ball.
Yeah, ball. Another one here.
One more. Last one's here somewhere.
I killed him.
They probably spawned Dojo, by the way.
And Dojo.
I'm pinching.
2 Dojo, I got one. Another one outer. Inner, weak cow, one outer.
Inner, not challenge. They're outer, I'm behind them.
Yep.
He's close in on you. And then inner heady dead.
there.
There's 2
Zooner's lobby.
In 10 deload.
Big kill, Cody, nice.
Zooner's lobby. Yeah, on P1 weak. On P1 weak.
There's
Two. Another one mid.
With the right.
It might be there. I need it in my mid.
Right.
I'm hitting this kid mid, let's go.
Yeah. To right.
Double backed up. Oh, small Adam.
Top window, shit all over.
Send him lobby. I didn't need him small. On the desk, Adam. On the desk, 1 HP. Small. No, he backed up. He's in there spawn. He's behind the desk again. Behind the desk.
I got one.
Nice. There's another one behind the desk. I spawned back left.
I'm wrapping this. Oh, he's mid, bro. Mid Dello. He's on P1 Dello.
Went through weapon.
Wow, Tanner, you could hear it in the comms. It sounds much different than the comms we heard in map 1 from GenTea. That sounded a lot more frustrated, you know, with some of the spawns and some of the plays. They're just getting very unlucky, but it sounds like a lot of frustration.
Yeah, a lot of frustration. You're just so close. You're so close to the goal line, but you cannot punch it over, and you can't find the caps. The defense from GenTea is just too strong right now. I mean, I'm getting Legion of Boom type of vibes here from 2014 Seahawks. I mean, the boys are absolutely locked on it right now. Just a 1-0 lead. Anything can change just like that. But hey, they're looking to get aggressive and try to get another goal here.
Yeah, I like that from Adam. Was very unlucky in the end here, and I don't know if 10 seconds is going to be enough to get the ball to A. You might just be a second or 2 short. So GenTea are going to stack everything they've got here, and you've just got to try and fly. If you're careful, do what you can, but the numbers are going to be there to protect the zone, and halftime is going to be a 1-0 gap, and GenTea were lucky to get that score early on because it was looking like a bit of a stalemate for a lot of that round.
I mean, realistically, I'm saying this. I think it should be 1-1. I don't know what that spawn was. That was the most blessed spawn I have ever seen. Absolutely blessed, but hey, it works in GenTea Energy's favor. They're able to get the goal line stand. They start off early with the 1-0 cap, and it was just absolutely beautiful how they did it too. Delo's able to play in that building. He's able to get the info. He knows they're there. He hits the guy in the corner. Ball guy comes on through. Delo pinches to the back. He's able to pick up 1-2. The nade presence comes on through. They pick up the third guy. The flank was just too late. The cap comes on in. GenTea Energy play it to perfection. Let's see if they can continue that here in this round number 2, or are we going to see a 144 bounce back?
Yeah, and if we look at the kills again, Tanner, it's exactly like map 1. It looks like 144, you know, edging out with kills right now. GenTea really have only 1 player who's currently sitting positive. Adam's just, you know, neutral at the moment, so the slaying's not quite there, but they're up on the objective, so you can win an objective game with way less kills and simply just win on OBJ, and that looks like it's going to be the goal here as Hype slowly makes his way over to B. He was so unfortunate, again, to be held right at the line. Unfortunately, not able to capture.
No, not indeed, but 144 is already making some mid-map presence happen, but number 6 is going to be able to hold the iron in the backside here, so this could be potentially a cap. Careful, going to be able to shut it down for a moment. Careful, looking for 2. Can you find it here? You're playing it so careful. You're playing it aggressive, and the defensive stand comes in success.
And Luch stepping up where they need him. 144 need to try and get this. They've got to work as a team here. They are heavily outnumbered, and that spawn is going to be very close in the back. So you can't make a play here until you get about a 2 or 3 down at the minimum. And right now, they're kind of just pinned inside of P2 here. They have nowhere to go. They're trying to work out, but GenTea have them trapped inside, and they don't need to move. They can just stay here and slowly collapse in on them, which they do. They do it to an absolute T. And now 144 have to reset all over again and play defense here as Delo makes his way over to A.
Oh, almost pops the 3. This is going to be the biggest gunfight right here. You get this 2-0 lead. You can almost put the nail in the coffin. Adam didn't go big in the search and destroy, but he's going big in the overload. It's a big kill and a big capture. Here we go.
Yeah, these spawns, they must. Oh, you could hear the comms. Like we know from what we've seen and what we heard in the comms, these spawns are just absolutely hurting some of these players here, and it does make capturing so difficult on some of these maps. And that, GenTea are playing this to an absolute T to the best of their ability. And so far, this 2-0 lead probably feels more like a 6-0 lead for One44 to try and get back into this game. But there's still a chance here as Hype has been able to get a clear path, run over to B, but he's taken the alternative route. Back to his spawn. He's going to try and readjust to go to B. I think he's got a clear gap here. One's made his way over as well, so Luge has position over there. Spawn, can he get the ball into the zone, though?
He paused for a moment, throws the dead nade. They're right there on the goal line. Zuner finds one. Zuner finds two for the defensive stand. Zuner going big for the boys.
Oh, every single time. Careful tries to make the late pinch as well, but the spawns are just so close. You can't do anything. And now One44 are going to have to back up. If they choose to go through the spawn, it's the longest route, so careful. Everything's going to be down to him here as he gets taken out. And, well, you might get another capture here if you're Dello. He was the man to score on B before, but Hype coming in last second. The goalie, now he's going to make the play over to A. Tanner, can they finally get one on the board?
I mean, number one's going big. Luge in the back spawn, going to get taken out in the moment time, though. So number 7, number 8 going to be able to be here for the reinforcements. One44, you got to play it smart, but you also kind of have to play it fast with time is not on your side at the moment. Hype, create something here, build the hype, and get this cap in here.
Oh, that is a huge kill as well. That's a big one to get, but again, that close spawn, it's right behind the hill. So someone like Luge has to be able to try and find a gap, get an opening here. Sparks isn't going to be able to do anything as well. The ball's gone down. Careful's been able to get the first kill. He's not out of the way of the second, though, and he's got to try and get that ball, get some teammates up to him and capture, but you're working against the clock right now. There's just such little time to get this done, Tanner. It's going right down to the wire.
I mean, it's just back and forth trades in the feed. Finally, we get a clean wipe for a moment. Finally, we get some separation from gunfire. Adam with a big 2. This cap right here would really put the nail in the coffin. You got to go big. Ooh. 2 already dead. 8 gets the flank. That's a B cap.
Oh, no.
It's a artwork. It's just beautiful. Absolutely cinematic, gorgeous how you just got that cap.
That's the nail in the coffin for map 3. 50 seconds, definitely not enough time with that EMP respawn timer. But where it resets, I don't think it's mathematically possible. Even if they run it perfectly straight every single time, it's going to be tough. But you know what, GenTea, solid effort from them. Adam stepped up late on a beautiful 6 spree as well. They finally get one on the board though, Tanner, so they go out with some respect here.
Hold on, it's not over just yet though. 25 seconds on the clock. Anything is possible. Time not really favoring you here at the 2-2 split. Careful with the cap, careful with the kill. Gotta pick up the EMP though, but you got Cal mid-map ironing. Might pick up 3. Hype shuts him down, but chat, that should be it.
Yeah, I mean, it was going to be within 3 or 4 seconds whether you got that in right there and then. If you were lucky to get through, it was going to be tough with that respawn timer. But you know what? Solid effort from GenTea. They hold strong. Going to be a 3-1 victory here in map 3, and it's going to be a 2-1 lead in the series as well, which puts them back up from map 1, so far solidifying both respawns as we go into hardpoint map number 4. And we stay on Den as well. We're getting some repetition in here, Tanner.
No, and I mean, it's absolutely beautiful from GenTea Energy. You get beat in the search and destroy pretty bad. Adam, you drop a donut. But hey, you come back in this map 3. Like I said, a talented player like Adam has the potential to bounce back at any moment. Does exactly that. Finishes 22-20, 15 kills, but has 2 caps. Those 2 caps change the game. He gets the 1 cap right there. And then also, their offense on that last side right there, that last cap, beautiful. You had somebody pinch to the spawn. You had 3 going through the front side. It was absolutely gorgeous. And also, another thing, all of these picks so far, the other team has taken. That was 144's pick. So, hell, I mean, you're just... Or is it opposite day or something? You just pick the team that you're playing, you pick their map instead, and they pick yours? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, absolutely brazy. GenTea now up 2-1.
Yeah, and you really needed that. Either team, of course, it really didn't matter which way it went, but you need to create that gap, of course, as we go into map 4 for another hard point. Hopefully we get a very similar map 1 result here in map 4 as we stay on Dem. But yeah, I like that you pointed out Adam's ability to step back up and be a reliable source for his team. You know, struggling in that search and destroy wasn't really an impact that we know he can and has been over the years. Was able to step up big time in that map 3.
Nah, he did indeed. But hey, we go to a Den hardpoint, and I see this one being another tight one. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to have to roll of GenTea energy on it just because you played a respawn. You're feeling fresh on that map. However, there is potential for 144 to come out here pissed off. Like, hey, back against the wall. I'm not trying to go to losers. I'm trying to win this series. And, hey, here's the deal already, though. 144 have not went to a Game 5. Remember, these are the only maps they've lost all weekend. GenTea has been in a Game 5 scenario already against Kexrat and them. They were able to clutch that. So you go ahead and look at the experience this weekend. You've already got Game 5 knowledge. You've already got Game 5 experience already at the kickoff. Could benefit you in so many ways, but if you're GenTea, would love to end it here, of course. You know, map 5s can get scary, but entertaining for us, you know. But
we love them.
This one's going to be a banger for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And you'd expect this map to stay within, you know, that 80-point gap that we saw from map 1 as well. No real team took a massive lead, and we saw a lot of back and forths. You know, we saw the power hills for some of the teams. We saw some good breaks. We saw some great holds. There was a lot of rotations as well, and teams were sort of working off each other, and they slowly figured it out as the map went on. And you feel like that's going to be very much replicated here on Den. It's a similar sort of layout to Raid, incorporated with the 3-lane maps, and there's some interesting elements about the map that could play a big factor. You know, some of those hills are very small, very compact, but I feel like it's going to be down to the team that manages the spawning the best. The spawns on this map can be very chaotic for some of the hills and some of those close spawns. Yeah. If you're playing on the hill, you got to be on top of where the other team's spawning for sure.
Dude, I mean, we saw it in that one. I know it's hard point, but like, bro, there was one cap that 144 for sure should have had. And I mean, just spawns right on the zone. Absolutely crazy. But hey, like you said, Den hard point. Of course, you go to a P1, it's going to be a little bit scrappy. If you're able to have that the mid pillar control, you know, you also though want P2 side. You want to make sure you have P2 rotation. If you spawn there, make sure you keep it. P2 is going to be a big hill. It can get scrappy at some points. If you hold it right though, you're going to be able to succeed. P3, it's a little bit scrappy. You just hold the mid jump and just hold one window with an iron. You're chilling. You're chilling. P4, it's basically you just break through the front if you're the enemy team trying to get on in. But all these hills can be scrappy. This one can be a really good map. I've seen, you know, some crazy blowouts. I've seen some crazy comebacks here. I say map 4. Oh my gosh, I'm tweaking over here. Map 4 score prediction. I'm going GenTea energy, 250, 144, 191.
I'll go against you for the sake of hoping we see a Scar search and destroy for map 5. I feel like 144 are going to bounce back here. I feel like the first map, they feel like they got robbed. I feel like they went into the second map very strong. They put their foot down. They knew they were going to be the better team in the S&D. They go into that third map, right? A couple of things work against them. It realistically could have gone to overtime with that capture. Could have been looking at a 2-2 there. So 2 maps, they probably feel like they got robbed slightly. I feel like they'll come out firing in this map 4. They'll definitely set the tone. But at the same time, I don't feel like we're getting a blowout win. I feel like it's going to be 250 to, let's say, 210. I'm staying within that 40-point gap. I reckon we're going to have another really close match.
Hey, you said the number 40. Cal had 40 map number 1. Do you think somebody gets 40 here?
I think it's very possible. This style map, this size map, it feels like you should get 40 on it. You know, it's like a bow cage. We saw bow cage back in Vanguard being a map where pros were dropping 50s on it like it was nothing. So Den could be that map in this game if it stays in the pool in that longevity stage. But this is definitely a map you can drop some big numbers on.
Nah, for sure, for sure. But before we hop into our map number 4, chat, we're going to send you guys to a short intermission. We'll be back here in just a moment.
All right, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back ready to go, almost ready to go for map 4 between these two amazing teams. They've put on a show so far. And Tanner, just having a look across some of the other matches that are going on at the same time, we've got some interesting results in some of the other bracket matches, you know, down in losers and, of course, the other side of winners. Some very interesting scores that I've just been caught up on as well in one of the certain modes of the certain squads. But how is that bracket looking for you?
I mean, my God. I mean, I had to say, listen, Shinto versus Pinnacle, in my opinion, whoever won that yesterday makes grand finals. I think Shinto can make it back to grand finals potentially. I mean, they just won map 3 overload. 8-2. Yes, you heard that right. 8-2. Shinto, 3-0s torn Esports. And you go ahead and look at the bracket on the bottom as well. Carolina Reapers, up 2-1, looking to make it a 3-1 victory. But remember, Shinto plays the loser of this one, so 144 could be potentially dropping to the loser any moment, unless they bounce back, force the game 5. GenTea could be moving on, playing Pinnacle or Phantom. That one, a good series as well. The hard point is started. It's still going on right now. The guns are shooting. Everything is ablazing on that.
And that Pinnacle Phantom game looks identically similar in terms of score from what we're seeing in this matchup specifically as well. A super close hard point, a bit of a blowout S&D, and then a kind of close overload as well with similar scores right across the board. So it looks like we have a similar matchup and winners, which is good to see. But going back to this match between 144 and GenTea, I mean, Den Hardpoint is going to be definitely a bang out of a map, I'm sure, from what we saw on Raid and Map 1, Tanner. We saw a 40 bomb. We saw a lot of, massive moments from both sides, especially late into the game. But this map could go either way, and we could end up going to a map 5 here. All
right, so it has been confirmed. Pinnacle takes your series 3-1. They are waiting in the winners finals for whoever wins this series, chat. Dan Hardpoint, like the man Bezos said, this could either be GenTea Energy going to the winners finals, or it's going to be a game 5 if 144 wins this one. If you weren't here for map number 1, it was an absolute heater. Cal dropping 40, only winning by 4 points. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is map number 4 of your winner semifinal.
Well, the eyes are going to be on Cal, of course, who was the man who was able to drop 40 in the first game, and so far got a couple of kills coming from this mid-cut area as Sparks trying to set the tone here for 144 and get some mid-map control, but so far pressure is being put up from GenTea, trying to press on to that close spawn, and a couple of seconds accrued here, but nothing too special so far, Tanner. A lot of purple kills in the kill feed.
Yeah, you're starting to build the time as well. Remember, like I said, you just want to make sure you're holding these P2 spawns. You want to make sure you're holding the P2 rotation. You want to be able to get some kills in the hill, but P1 not really a priority here. But Sparks finds 3, looking for 4, not going to be able to do so. So it's going to hold GenTea Energy off the time for the moment, and the time is starting to build here for the 144 side.
Have to start making your way through to P2 if you can get through, but GenTea kind of just trapped here, trying to slowly shimmy, make their way through the middle of the match. You got Luge playing position over P1, has dropped as well, so here we go. GenTea making their way through to P2. Careful playing on the outside, though, making sure that no one can get through. Great shots through the wall as well, but you've got that close back spawn from 144. They're inside time right now, and Tanner going back and forth right now.
I mean, you got all 4 of the boys here from 144 basically on the hard point here. They're going to be able to try to push in through this front and the back door. All angles are going to be watched. Guns are going to be ablazing. It's going to be back and forth. Careful finding 2. 2 for 2. Who's going to win the trade battle? That's Careful for 3. It's Careful for 4. Holy shit!
There's the Hellstorm as well, so streaks early on the board. I told you, setting the tone early, 144. They were looking to come into this match with vengeance and force this final map if they can do it. And there's Adam trying to step up for his respective squad as well. A little streak of his own, but they've got a lot of time to make up here as they work over towards P3. You do have Luge already positioned, ready over near you as well, and you have Hype pushed out that dojo area.
Yeah, it's a great hold from 144. They're able to win the gunfights. Careful pops up big 4, secures the Hellstorm missile as well, and the time is starting to build here. Cal trying to break on through the middle of the map here. Going to take a little bit of a route here, see if he can win this gunfight. Not going to be able to do so. 144, what a great start.
It was Hype who found 2 in the back as well. He was able to secure the dojo side spawn, and he's done well, and so far they're able to press straight onto the time here. So 144 still maintaining great position, getting some good time here, and the collapse is coming in from middle from Cal, who's now on the contested side of time. Adam with a beaming AR shot, trying to get some support over as the hill is still in control of 144. Sparks trying to play close, trying to jiggle, trying to do what he can. Finds himself 1, though. I don't know how he was able to stay alive and win that. An absolutely ridiculous kill, but now they can put their eyes over towards this P4.
Hey, I mean, it's honestly reverse of the script here. If you remember that map number 1, GenTea Energy was up by a lot of points here, so 144 up by a lot of points as well. You know, we saw a comeback happen. GenTea can make that potentially happen here on the P4. Sparks going to be able to hold the iron for just a second, but here comes the man legend, Mr. Zuner, trying to break on in. Not going to be able to find anything on the initial. Sparks and Adam with a big trade. No one really find the time at the moment, but hey, GenTea's got a lot of work to do here.
And Sparks and Careful leading the squad so far, both in double digits. Luch, he's had a bit of a struggling series so far. Definitely hasn't played at his peak so far. GenTea trying to push from the front here. They've got to work back from a pretty big deficit. It's pushing onto the 70-point region, Tanner, but you can't let this blow out any further than it is right now.
No, I mean, we're already through the first set of rotations, basically 15 seconds, and we're going back to P1. Like I said, you got to prioritize those P2 spawns. You got to prioritize that P2 hill. That's really where the lead started to extend. P3 was good, a little bit shaky here. P4, kind of the same way. GenTea starting to get some points on the board. Still about a 40-point deficit here. But hey, we're going into the second set of rotations. Who's going to take it here?
It's really all about who chains P1 to P2 the best, and we saw One44 do that a little bit better than GenTea. GenTea really haven't had a moment to dominate a certain hill just yet. They've really just been sort of accrued some scrap time here and there, so if that's their game plan, they're not going to win on that. They've got to try and fight back, start winning some of these hills, but it's about how they're working these hills first. They've got to do them in waves. It starts with 2, but immediately shut down.
I mean, the boys from One44 are absolutely locked. They want to see the game 5, and they're playing like they wanted to. It's Sparks and Careful leading the way at the moment, but as soon as I say that, GenTea gets on the time. But look at Luge. So Luge is going to be inside, holding the spawns a little bit, making sure nobody gets to the front. You got number 4 hopefully being your anchor. However, not anchoring the backside, and the spawns potentially here could be potentially a hands for GenTea.
Well, that was a big kill from Zuna there. He was able to slip through P2, even though you do have 2 close 144 players spawn out the back of P2. Zuna was able to find the first one. Now they respond back with 2. They do have control of the hill, but it's a 2 versus 4, and it's working in from both sides. They're probably going to get the break here and a beautiful collapse, but the numbers spawning close front hill.
Hype finds 2. Hype looking for 3. Luge going to be able to find the trade, but it's Dello popping a big 3-piece. Holy shit! GenTea bringing it back.
That's the moment you need if you're GenTea. If you want to stay in this game, you need moments like that. You want to hear the comms, you want to hear the hype. Well, I'm sure there's heaps flowing right now, and that's a good way to try and get yourself back into the game. But One44 straight back onto the time. They're trying to get any of this scrap that they can. There's 20 seconds left. They can use this to accrue and make that lead about a 50-point lead. They've maintained that for most of the map, Tanner, as well, but this next hill is going to be the big one. This will set the tone.
The vibes are flowing. The guns are shooting. I would love to hear what the comms are sounding like from the boys here at One44 Esports.
I someone kept close right here. I'm streaking.
Come on,
Sunday.
they're gonna push out our side and then be in 10, okay?
Oh, Stello done. Nice. Okay, on time 10 in Dojo. In 10 in Dojo. In 10 in Dojo.
Nading 10.
I couldn't kill them. They're both Dojo.
Nading in 10.
And Dojo, 2 Dojo, 110.
They have to tell them. Stay down.
There's hot 10. 2. Both one shot laying down.
Got one.
Laying down close. Nice. Dojo. Nice.
Dojo, dead. No, I'm pushing this out.
I'm out. Push it out. I have time. Flip them. Someone look mid. Someone turn and help me.
I'm helping you. I have your mid. Good shit, Logan.
They go front on you. Yeah, I heard. Mid. Oh, that's my bad. He's mid. Mid fight. Nice, Gav. They're gonna play through ult. They're gonna play this. Nice. I'm helping you.
Tool.
Come on,
I have mid wrap. Close Dojo on me. I have mid. And 10 in Dojo. Mid, Dello, then. All good. Set up new and don't get broke.
Working on new. Outer, Junior.
I spawned out. I spawned out. I have time. I think he went mid off hold.
What's Dojo? On me, Cody.
I go outer. I hear it. He's close again.
One more. I hit him. Good shit.
I don't see anything mid.
I'm out.
Mid weak.
Where?
He's mid.
Yo, top window. Dead. Good help.
There's another mid. It was Junior, I think.
Nading top window.
I sent him outer.
Top window.
Top window weak. Y'all gotta help him.
Outer.
Small, weak.
Okay, Zuna. Outer window. We just scanned that. One behind the point.
What, 144 finding the time, finding the kills, finding everything going their way, and could be potentially finding the game 5. What do you think so far, Bezo?
I think those comms sound so much better than the map 3. They're feeling the flow right now. They're getting back into the groove of things. And so far, this lead has set a nice little precedent of what we could see, a potential map 5 here. And so far, they've put in all the hard yards, but you're not done just yet. You still have 50 points or so to accrue at this stage. GenTea aren't necessarily out of this though. 2 good holds and they're going to make this a neck and neck game, and we could get a very similar score to that map 1, Tanner. But I tell you what, so far so good.
I mean, you got to take a look at the selling differential here. You have 24 from Sparks, you have 19 from from Hype, and you go ahead and take a look at the side of GenTea. You only got one person in the positive category, and it's Cal again, playing really good right now. But it's got to be more than just good. It's got to be great because your team's down by 50 points here. And if you want to move on, you have got to win this game. Ooh. I would not want to see a Game 5 against 144 right now.
Yeah, no, you definitely wouldn't. And GenTea need to get any amount of time they can left on this 20 here. This is going to go a long way. This will put them within striking range, about 30 points, and they can start to try and work over towards B2, but you go flying off the top rope like hype, like you're Jeff Hardy jumping off a ladder, and all of a sudden you find the break, you get back into the time, you steal those last 10 seconds, you add to your total. Now you put yourself even closer to winning this map and sending it the distance to map 5.
Yeah, you're 30 points away here if you're 144. They came out absolutely shooting in the series, but it ain't over just yet. You're a quarter of the way away. Sparks on a 5. It's 7. It's 8. It is 8 combined from the side of 144 at the moment.
Sparks on that 6 streak is huge. Now they can stack some bodies inside of the time. It's going to be down to the final 10 seconds. It's going to be one final push here for GenTea. If they can stop it from going to a map 5, it has to be now. Zuna's going to slide in. He's going to get caught. Dello, not again. Not again. Almost got 3, but they're going to hold on. Careful's going to win the gunfight. He's going to send them the distance, and you can hear the passion in their voice, Tanner. They need this win.
I need more passion. I need more passion because, my God, they are compassionate about this, but I need a little bit more if you're going to go into the Game 5 against a team like GenTea Energy. Remember, you won map 4, but the series ain't over just yet. You came out shooting like that. It's a nice 3-piece from Dello, but it's not enough. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you get what you wanted for the first series on stream. It's going to be a Game 5. Look at the stats, though, from the boys here at 144. Everybody with a minute of hill. The kills, Sparks leading the way with 31 and 18. Bezo, you called it. You said 144 was going to take it, and they absolutely do so.
And they really blew above expectation as well. I thought closer to the 210, 250 mark. Well, they've blew that out by about 50 extra points. So if you were going to set the tone, you're going to win by 90 in the next hard point. I just had a feeling, you know, I feel like you get robbed a couple of times. It changes the mental. You're not trying to get too desperate. You just go back to playing fundamental Call of Duty. They got back into the rhythm of their winning ways that they have been in the tournament so far. Now they've been rewarded with a map 5. But again, this is not where you take your foot off. This is not where you start to drop all the hard work you have been doing. You still have to stick to those fundamentals. You still got to try and implement yourself and be imposing. And now I think the pressure goes back to Adam, who didn't get a kill in that first search and destroy. Well, now his team's life is at risk of dropping to losers. He has to be the guy to step up.
No, he's really got to be the guy to step up, you know. Could be a reason why they lost 6-2, even on their own map pick. But now, remember, this is 144's pick. And again, both of these teams have won on their opponent's picks. So I got to go with the flow. I have to go with GenTea Energy just because of how it's looking in the series so far. But also, besides the point, we're going to a Game 5 here. Believe it or not, we got another Game 5 going on. Carolina Reapers versus Outbreak is going to a map 5 as well. It's not on stream, but like, hell, you just got to love to see it on Championship Sunday.
Oh, for sure. Just trying to think. Scar S&D map 5. I know we saw, Tanner, and we saw in that second map how important the snipers were. I think by the end of the game, we said there was about 7 or 8 kills by the end of that map with the sniper. Now, you look at a map like Scar. Scar is the perfect search and destroy map to snipe on. Now, are you going to stick to the rhythm of having a sniper on each side? Are you going to stick it out through the whole game? Are you going to mix things up? That's going to be the biggest highlight point I probably want to raise here, and that's going to be the key talking point, I think, by the end of this game is who's going to have the better sniper, who's going to have the better positioning, because I think that may be the real big difference in this map 5.
No, it's a really big difference in this map 5 here. If you hit the snipes early, you get the first bloods, it can benefit you in every way, and 144 did that exactly in map number 2. Let's see if they continue it on for map number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, game number 5 of 144 Esports versus GenTea Energy. Winner moves on to the winter finals to play against Pinnacle.
Oh, and there we go. Cal back on the snipe straight away. He's going to put pressure over this bunker side here, trying to get a nade off just to back some of this offensive pressure all the way back to their spawn. But it was a 1-for-1 trade, and it led straight into the trap of Dello, who was able to pick up another one. He's still in striking distance, but Careful was able to back up, make it even 2 versus 2.
I like this from 2. He's getting aggressive. He's moving up on the map, moving on the corner. Should be able to have this kill onto 6. Gets the bounce. He spots him out.
Oh, no.
Hops on up. Should be able to get the pick. Cal has the sniper, though. Would love to see a no-scope. and both players spread out on the map.
That is, if he hits that jump, he probably gets this kill. It becomes a 1 versus 2. The timing was unlucky, but now he's in position. There we go. He finds the pick. Now it's down to Adam, the man we were talking about right before this map. Can he be the one to step up? Well, now he's got a chance. 1 versus 2. I love this timing. I love this timing a lot. He's going to find the first player. Don't know if he was spotted, though. I don't think he was. He's going to be able to adjust here. He's taking the long route, though.
I like this. No. I like this. He's going to be able to find this kill on the bomb site. He knows number 2 is going to be on plane. He's going to go up top green now. This is going to be a big gunfight. Both players know where each other is at. Sparks, however, gets the better of him, wins the 1v1. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 144 Esports takes your round number 1 of the game 5.
Huge kill from Sparks. He was able to get that first one top green. You thought the timing might have worked against him. Well, he makes it up anyway. He gets that final kill as well on Adam. And I thought maybe if he goes up into the building, I thought that would have been the play, shoot down on the play. You might have caught the second one rotating towards this bunker heady, but either way, Sparks able to secure round number 1 for 144, and they're going to steal the first one. It was a nice close round as well. You did see a little bit of early offensive pressure, but it was that sniper again that retreated the offensive plan back to the spawn.
And again, it's the same thing, man, and I'm going to keep preaching it and keep preaching it. In Search and Destroys, you got to take advantage of the first blood. Again, GenTea Energy has the first blood. Why? Why can they not succeed off of it? There is just something going on in that camp. However, remember, there's a lot of Search and Destroy still left to be played. 144 put the first round on the board. Let's see if GenTea can tie it up at 1 apiece here. Here we go, GenTea on the offensive.
Pretty stock standard split push here from the defense. They're sending 2 over towards this B-side bunker, making sure no one gets through. Sniper inside of this mid-building, though. Interesting spot to be. Definitely don't want to get slide cancelled with the sub in there and then break the irons and miss your shot. So we'll see if that's going to be the power play here. Hype positioned over top wood here, trying to make sure there is no pressure on A, and you've just got to stay alive here. If you're throwing shoulders as big as that, you do not want to get sniped just like that.
Yeah, boulder shoulders can get you cooked for the moment. However, going to be able to throw a Danny dime ball. Doesn't connect on anything. No, it wall bangs right back into nothing.
I think it bounced off the corner of the wall, which was very unlucky. A couple of shots starting to go down here, but now bomb's pretty much pinned on top of this A site, so this might be a good thing for the defense. You can see the numbers starting to retreat back over to the site. Dello was able to find Luge, though, so he's out of the action. Now it's a 3 versus 4. Dello going to look to plant this bomb. Scope's looking straight over the top here. You do not want to throw an extra shoulder and get caught with that, but Hype's been able to creep up to the bomb. Don't know if that was server lag or spectator lag, but it's starting to affect some of the players. 2 versus 3.
Yeah, 35 seconds left as well. Bomb is going to be put down. Careful looking for a kill with the Tony 2-tap. Will he be able to find a move and a swoop and a do, but it is going to be Adam for the moment. Doesn't get the kill. Adam's getting out somehow, some way. Numbers advantage for GenTea. They should be able to win this one, and they do so.
Oh my, Adam, how have you stayed alive? Not once, but twice, and then still managed to get a kill. Absolutely beautiful stuff from him. He's now, as we said, becoming an impact on the map. Zuna's going to get the final kill. The snipers, even though they're not necessarily finding the same amount of kills that we saw in Raid so far, they're still imposing some great angles here, and it really is forcing the hand of some of these teams to make some last-second decisions and think about the way they're trying to push some sites.
Nah, they did it perfect. They got the bomb down, and that's exactly what you got to do in that scenario. You get somewhat of space on that map right there on the A side. You got to get the bomb down. You have got to do so. That's probably the best bomb site on this map. Personally, I'm playing it here over B, but everybody's different. However, 144, they listen to me. Let's see if I can get it down.
Oh, not sure if the player from 144 spotted that player, Dello, on the cross there towards middle, but they do have site control if they choose to take it. Dello is lurking. Going to be the closest player here. I like this from Hype, though. Hype got nice and aggressive. Towards the back, I think he spotted one on the cross. He was right in the best spot for information here, Tanner, and he could be on for a couple of kills as long as he's trigger disciplined.
Yeah, but I think Adam spotted him out, so both of these players should be able to hit the pincher. Yeah, Cal's going to be able to spot him out. However, Sparks finds a trade with the Carnade, though. 3v3 still in action here. Nobody dropping just yet.
Sparks with a couple of shots from sight was able to back one up, and now you've lost another number, so you're outnumbered with bomb on site. 30 seconds left. If you're GenTea, you surely can't drop this here. You got to be disciplined. They've dropped the bomb now, so it's going to be even more impossible. Be careful to try and get out of this situation. He gets caught. They capitalize on another round. GenTea looking a little bit better here in this S&D as they secure their second round, Tanner. Some fundamentals going very well their way.
I mean, they worked the A side on the defense. They worked the A side on the offense. It's 2 rounds in a row now for GenTea Energy. They're starting to look good. And hell, I can go ahead and tell you who's already performing better. And it's Mr. Adam Savage. He's on a 3.
Oh, yeah.
He's on a 3 spree so far. Could be a generational map 5 from the man. You gotta have a downfall so you can have an upcoming. Whatever the hell that was. That didn't work.
It's creative. We love it. Couple of donuts though for 144. They only have the 1 round. They've got 2 players yet to find one on the board just yet. They'll slowly try and make their way back into this game. Again, you want to see some good utility usage from both sides here, and they're going to try and force the hand of one, and there we go. Called it to life. Adam finding himself a beautiful nade kill to take out one of the defensive players over towards B, which has now broken the structure. But they're not budging. They're still pushing towards A here. They might line up straight into this scope. Beautiful shot from Careful.
I mean, when you're playing against Careful, you have to play it so careful. But Cal, not able to hide, nowhere to run, nowhere to go. Careful looking like Pomage on the map. Evens it out now to a 3v3. 40 seconds left. 5 going to be able to separate from the teammates. Just trying to gain some info and see if they can move it up on Bravo.
I do like this from Luge, just playing information very slowly, creeping his way up. I think they've spotted each other as well, so that call will come through. Now Adam is definitely pinned on top of this bomb, and he can't get out, but the bomb, beautiful play. It's actually steered over to A, so Adam just said, fine, get it down. I'll decoy him as long as I can. Now the scope's gone straight over A. It
doesn't matter.
It is going to catch him, though. So that's problematic. 1 versus 3 for Zuna.
360 no scope. Would love to see it. 7 finds timing, though. Gets taken out, though.
You thought he might have been on there for maybe 2 or 3. He was in a great spot. You probably would have liked to see him trigger discipline that and just try and get a little bit of information if he could. I don't know if the player jumping out saw him underneath green, but that's an unlucky one. A good round, though, for 144. Able to grab another one and tie it up 2-2.
Yeah, so that's a great round out of 144. You know, they don't get too aggressive on Adam there. I like how they just kind of play calm, cool, and collective in that. They're like, hey, we got the info. We don't need to push this guy. We don't need to get crazy. We don't need to drop a body. Careful plays it good, gets the person right off the bomb. Then they're like, okay, now let's single Adam out. They get him. Last player doesn't have the trigger discipline. They fall. It's a good round for 144.
It's a very good fundamental to have, to know when to be reactive and when not to bite. And that was a perfect example of that, which we've seen 144 do well in that first search and destroy. But Cal already becoming an impact, taking out Hype again with the sniper. He's been very impactful on it so far. Careful's now going to respond by taking out Dello with a snipe of his own. Now you've got an even playing field of a 3 versus 3 and bomb smack bang in the middle of the map.
I mean, Careful is just hitting every shot with a sniper right now. I mean, you don't want to run into the crosshairs of this dude. I mean, it's just going to connect every single time. But yeah, kind of playing a little bit separate for the moment. 1 going toward the A side, 1 middle map, and 1 toward the green wall here. Shout out to Optic, but
Green.
Oh man.
Whoa.
But 3v3, 35 seconds left here. What can 144 do?
They haven't done much with the bomb, though. They've just been sitting there waiting for a pick. I don't know if I like this play, because Cal's now been able to find the opposing sniper on the other side. Sparks now reacts to make it a 2 versus 2. You get a good nade here, and you try and play the bait. You try and see if you can source out this player, but he's done well. He's smart to back up. He's throwing some good shoulders. You're just trying to waste as much time as possible, and have a look at Luge making the play through the back.
Oh my god, he's got to find the timing. Cal's able to find the kill. He's going to be able to get this player weak. Oh my gosh, almost line up for him. Not going to work out in his favor, though. GenTea Energy. Some way take that round.
Adam, oh my, he doesn't even have to get a kill to be an impact there. All he does, simply staying alive. Apparently, he still got the kill in the end anyway, so I'm apparently wrong, but either way, you know, he does well, stays alive, he has the help. It was very unfortunate because Luge did make the play, but again, you just pick a bad time to shoot. You probably didn't have enough time to work with, but either way, great round for GenTea, getting on top again. Cal still being a great impact with the sniper on the map.
No offense. I think he's running Juggernaut, bro. How many times has he gotten out of scenarios when we think he should be dead? I mean, it's absolutely crazy. He gets out, he's able to find the kills, stay alive, get the round win, of course, here, but you got a little bit of a 2-2 split for the moment. 5 just gathering some info here, seeing if anybody's going to push up that B alley. Playing a little bit slow on A here. Number 1 has a good idea that they're trying to move on up, but let's see who makes the first move.
And the defense isn't biting on this whatsoever because they have eyes over the middle of the map. So this player, number 2, Sparks, is just sitting here throwing shoulders relentlessly. I mean, he's doing nothing but just feeding the information. He's saying, look, those are fake utils. Don't react to it. We know what they're actually doing. And this is where careful is going to be super important here. If he can land this first shot, he's going to set the tone. Yeah, there we go.
I mean, what?
Bring it to manifest it to life.
I mean, what else would you expect from this guy? Like I said, you're in his crosshairs. You're more than likely you're dead. But Adam with a big trade at the moment now. A 3v3 bomb is going down. GenTea going to have control of the A site for just a moment. Let's see how 144 plays the retake.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're Luge here, your best friend is patience. You have to stay alive. You got to allow your team to get into a position and force a 2 versus 1 if possible. They know Adam's in this mid shop here. They're trying to find an opportunity to pinch him here. It's going to be a quick shoulder being thrown. It's great information from Sparks, but they're wasting so much time. Adam's taken so much time off the clock here. He's done so well. Now the collapse comes in. It's a 2 versus 3. Cal up top with the sniper. Probably missed one. He should have hit. Now he's trying to dance to stay alive. Tanner, 12 seconds. If he gets him off bomb, they win the round.
He just has to hit the shot. Doesn't get the right guy off the bomb, though. 144 get the retake and the defuse as well. Great round out of them, and they tied up now at 3 apiece. Yo, Bez, I think this one may be going somewhere we want to see it.
I think so too. I'm not seeing a standout team just yet. I'm seeing a lot of great rounds from both sides. We're seeing the sniper get active. We're seeing a couple of players get active on the map as well and get into some beautiful positions. But what I like to see is some of the ways that Adam has been impactful. You know, 6 and 3. We're seeing that in terms of a KD. That's brilliant. That's a 2 KD. But fundamentally, he's playing so much better than that first S&D, and you can already tell the difference that's making for GenTea energy here in this map 5.
Not for real. But hey, 144 back on the offensive now, trying to work up that A site. That's gonna be Luge and Careful kind of playing it out here, and you know Careful's gonna have the snipe out, so no one's gonna look down the crosshairs just yet. You'll have that Overwatch for the moment here, but kind of playing for some info, waiting to gather some space on the map. Let's see who makes the first move. See. And I mean, that's just how it is. Nothing's happened. Absolute silence on the map. That's all it is. Gunfire's going to go out, though. Careful. Going to be able to find the first. Of course, with the sniper, you can't stop the man. The man cannot be stopped. But the bomb plant coming down now. 25 seconds left. Adam could get this kill. Could be the biggest play of the round here. But here comes Careful coming up through the middle of the map. Able to get the quick scope on in. Cal now in the 1v3, 15 seconds. Not going to be able to find much. And Careful is just taking over. Sniper, pistol, doesn't matter. He hits everything. The boy is going in. 144 now up 4-3.
Wow. Apologies, the mic had just disconnected on me there for no reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I was saying, while I was apparently not talking, that the players inside of the mid building were doing super well there, not to play into the line of sight. They didn't know the sniper was there, but they were playing very well disciplined. They know they're not exposed to anything. They hadn't given information away. They were able to play that very well. Now, the problem is that 4-3 lead that 144 have made, well, being on the defensive side, you can definitely push that out to 5-3, but this does feel like it is a little bit of an offensive-sided map at the same time. So if you can play some very good defense here, you've given yourself a very good opportunity to take this series. And it's all about how this first kill plays down, because they've sent 3 players over to B to try and draw them away from the A site and get this plant down.
I kind of like this. 8 could maybe hit the rotation, but 3 and 1 are not biting on it. They said, we bid on it before. Not going to do it again. However, Delo going to hit the op to rotate.
Oh, they've got no information that any player has got through either. Here we go. Zuna's going to get the first one. This is huge. This is where the eyes are going to turn, but Luge is the only one not reacting. But now the bomb has swung completely over to B because they just got straight access to green. Now Sparks is going to be alive all by himself. He's going to jump out and get some incredible timing. Oh my God, Tanner. The pistol. Oh no. He couldn't get the third.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm clinching right now. Oh my God, almost gets the biggest 3-piece of the game. Gets 2 though, that's a big 2 kills. Bomb not gonna go down just yet, 20 seconds. Hive gonna be top green window as well. Look at number 1, look at number 1.
Oh my God. Luge sneaking up in the back. Now it's a 1 versus 1. It's going to be Dello versus Luge. I think he knows exactly where he is. So Dello's going to play this kill. He's going to expect Luge to check the bomb. He plays right into the trap. That is smart. That is exactly what you wanted to see from Dello.
Iceman Dello. He even said before the match, man, he said, Luge CoD, you're all mine today. Gets the 1v1 he wanted, reads him like a book, and is able to tie this one up now at 4 apiece. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, potential round 11 maybe could be on the way for the first game on stream. Holy shit, this one's a banger.
I mean, if you're Dello there, you're hyped. You're super hyped. You know you've just absolutely run him there. But if you're Luge, you've got to be more disciplined. You've got to just force him to plant. You know that he has to check. You know that he thinks you're going to be chasing him fast. You've just got to force him to make the play there. You can't be giving him that kill. It was very unfortunate. That could have been a 5-3 lead for 144. Now they've got to work it back from 4-4. Tanner, this is going to go right down to the wire. I think we're getting around 11 for sure.
I need it bad. I need it bad. Need it very bad here, but number 5 could be the deciding factor, and it's been Adam making big plays all game, but it's Luge. You say he needs to step up, needs to make better plays, and it starts with the first blood right there.
That is the first one he needed. Now it's about how this bomb moves over towards A. You've got to be mindful of the sniper being in play here, and it has been in the hands of Kel quite often here. Zuna able to find Hype. He's in a great position trying to work that deep flank. Oh my god, a 3-meter snipe. Not usually the range you'd see it effective, but it comes into play there. 10 and 5 for Careful. He's been super important. Oh my god, Kel just rips him.
He says you've been hitting all game. Well, guess what? I'm your hard counter indeed. 2v2, 35 seconds left on the clock here. Zuna's been making big plays in this round and in this game. Cal can make a bigger one right here if he hits the quick scope. Not going to be able to find it just yet. Zuna with the support. Number 2.
Oh no. Where is Sparks? They're looking for Sparks. Sparks is in a great spot behind this generator. Oh my goodness! Oh my god! Oh my Jesus Christ, no. Oh, what a gunfight.
It's the man from Mid Brooklyn Academy. It is Sparks getting it done. Sliding, gliding, firing on in. Clutches the 1v2. The boys from 144. Now up 5-4, looking to close it out here and punch their ticket to the winners finals to play against Pinnacle, but it ain't over just yet.
Oh, you got to think if Kel's got any other weapon in his hand, he might maybe possibly win that there. That is just unfortunate, having a pistol in your hand. It is good, but maybe not good enough against an automatic weapon. But now 144 in striking distance have taken the series here. They have to hold on to defense. Kel's going to get over aggressive here. Hype's going to get the first blood though, so the defense are up. But all of a sudden, it's a 2-for-1 split. Now it's a 2-for-2 split.
It's a 2v2. Zuner and Cal going to be up here. Hype already applying pressure. It's Hype. Oh my gosh, it's not going to be able to check the corner. Hype going for the reach out. It's a 1v1. Go for the quick scope. He goes down. 44 gaming are able to punch their ticket to the winners finals. They stay composed. They might have not had the highest slaying power, but they played together as a team. And teamwork makes the dream work. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 144 going to play Pinnacle in the winners finals.
Oh, that is a heartbreaker there for GenTea Energy. You can see the look on their face. They are absolutely distraught with that result. And have a look at the first blood count, Tanner. Again, we see him step up this time with 6 first bloods going into round 10. I mean, it almost doesn't get better than that for an opportunity to go the distance and take the series. But I mean, you just cannot deny the skill of 144 in both S&Ds executing brilliantly, and especially with that sniper in play.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Holy. If you don't have Careful hitting those snipes, I don't know if you win. I literally don't know if you win that.
And I feel like if you're GenTea, if you didn't have Cal doing the same thing, even in the first respawn, you had him sniping in the S&D, you'd hate to think how bad that series could have been if Cal wasn't playing at his best. And even with Adam not starting the greatest, there was just so many factors in that both teams can definitely take away in this series as they move on through the bracket and possibly play some better teams and some different style teams. These will be the things they'll think about, and they'll go back on the VOD and look over and say, we need to be better at this. We need to do this better. And I think there's a lot to look at in this series, just with how close it was across the board.
Yeah, but guess what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We talk about the series, but we got to talk about the man, the legend. It's Mr. Luge in the building, baby. Tell me how we feeling.
Feeling good, man. It was a stressful one. Got the job done. That's all that matters. First series of the day, so we're feeling confident and good.
Yeah. No, that one goes 5 games. I feel like, you guys haven't dropped a map all weekend, but it's always good to lose some maps. You get the experience and everything. You get to that 5-map scenario. How were you guys feeling in map number 5?
I mean, honestly, we were very confident in S&D. That's my favorite game mode. I love S&D, and we play S&D very well as a team. Slammed a map 2, as you see. But, I mean, I couldn't buy one map 5. Shout out my teammates. Shout out Kev 1v2. Shout out, I mean, we just played the map good. We trolled some rounds, but, I mean, feeling good, man. Feeling good.
And, hey, before we got into this matchup, you and me talked a little bit, had a little bit of a combo. You guys are feeling already confident. But you're here to prove the haters wrong, You guys get called onliners. You're letting them know. You're here on land. You're clutching up. Mm-hmm. You guys play great as a team. And teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah. I mean, me and CoD, careful, my duo. I mean, we didn't go to any majors last year, so a lot of people say we were dodging land, dodging this, dodging that. So this is a big event to just prove we aren't. Life happens, so. But, I mean, to all the haters, fuck you, respectfully. So.
Hey, I like that. I like that
love to hear
lot.
that.
Bezo, we got any questions for the legend here?
Look, you mentioned his name. I mean, it was said on the broadcast a lot. Careful. I mean, that guy, the way he was sniping in that series, you guys obviously had a lot of problems on the other side as well. You had some good sniping on the other team. But what is it like when you've got a guy like Careful holding a sniper in his hands? How much more comfortable are you guys on the map in a search and destroy with him doing what he did?
I mean, as you saw, CoD, he just finds picks. He doesn't miss. I think he's the best sniper in the venue. So, it's very good to know that he's not going to miss, that he's not going to take the wrong chow or sit the wrong spot. So, it's nice. But, I mean, it's our team as a whole in S&D. I mean, we just play so well together and off little to no reps. So, I'm very happy and proud of what we did.
Indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. And just one other question as well. I've just got to know, and I'm sure the viewers want to know as well. With that map 3, we saw you guys get quite unlucky a couple of times, with the spawns. You got so close to making that an even split, forcing overtime with that capture as well. With the mental, I'm sure you guys had. We had a listen in. We heard the comms as well. You guys sounded very frustrated. What was the message going into Den on that hard point in the map 4, and how did you guys rally to be able to come back and win by 90 points, and then of course go into the map 5 and take that as well?
I mean, as Tanner said, we haven't dropped a map all weekend going into the series. So I mean, losing map 1 was frustrating. Losing by 4 points. We started out very slow and brought it back, but it is what it is. Map 2, we slammed. Map 3, we just didn't play how we've been playing all weekend. As you heard in the comms, very frustrating. A lot of not talking together, not doing the right thing, and then going into map 4, I mean, I just told the boys to lock in. This is our map, this is our series, and we're not losing. So it's obviously what we did, and we're looking forward to winners finals.
Indeed. Bezo, have you got anything else for the man?
Nah, look, he's definitely answered a lot, and I'm sure you guys have a lot more to answer for as you have punched your ticket through to the winners final to go up against Pinnacle as well. So I'm sure we're going to see an absolute classic series between you guys. So I'll let you guys go and get ready for that. And best of luck to you for the rest of the finals.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I mean, wow. Absolutely great series, Tanner. I mean, from top to bottom, through all 3 modes, we saw so many highlights. We saw just so many different players and their moments as well. I mean, if we get series like that throughout this entire bracket through the rest of the finals, I'm going to have no voice, I reckon, by the end of the next series.
Dude, no voice, no sleep. We are absolutely rocking right now. The man's all the way out in the outback there in Australia. I mean, trying to do my best impersonation there. But this man, absolute legend. Bezo Cast, the reason he wins the cast off, the man absolutely cracked. He's grinding right now. He's getting through it. Shout out to him. But also, I just want to say thank you to everybody that did vote for us. We are glad to be here casting on Championship Sunday. I just want to shout out all the other casters as well. You guys did a wonderful job, regardless of the result or anything. You guys are awesome. You guys is what makes the production community amazing. You guys are the voice of the game, and that's what entertains all these observers, spectators, and everything. So just know you guys are a W. Even though you guys, listen, I'm not even trying to say this. I'm like, don't take this the wrong way. Even though you guys didn't win, you guys are a W. You guys are all a win in my eyes. And I love you guys. So I appreciate you all very much. But hell, We got more Call of Duty to go today, Bez. This is a good day so far.
We do, and that winners final is looking juicy as well. I cannot wait to see how that pans out as well. But if we go back to the bracket, we'll just have another look at how some of the other results went. Of course, down in the losers bracket, Shinto Gaming were able to take out Torn Esports in a 3-0 fashion. And then you had Carolina Reaper Gaming going up 3-2 against Outbreak. They will now go up against Phantom. And of course, Shinto now going against GenTea, who unfortunately lose a very close winners matchup. So, you know, there's some very close teams there. I mean, the matchups just, they don't get any easier from this point, Tanner.
I mean, this one's going to be a good one. You got Conwa versus Luge in winners finals. You have got Dello versus Bala in the losers quarterfinals. And then you have got Clicky versus Kexrat in the other losers quarterfinals. It's going to be an absolute banger of a day. This one's going to be super exciting. I mean, it's already been cinema, and that was just game one. I mean, let's be completely honest.
I cannot expect what else may come from this entire tournament. If we see moments like that, it's just going to be something to behold. And I couldn't be doing it with a better person, Tanner. I tell you what, I'm absolutely hyped, and I could not be happier to have you on board. And of course, thank you to everyone who was able to vote for us to have this opportunity. And again, I will shout out, just like Tanner did, to all the lovely and beautiful casters that we all get to work with. They all deserve the recognition and love that they surely probably don't get too often. And I love each and every one of those guys. They do some amazing work. But yeah, I'm just super keen, Tanner. I cannot wait to get into the next series. But until we do, I think we are going to send it to a quick break until we are ready for the next one. So make sure you guys grab a drink, grab some popcorn, stick around, because we got some more Call of Duty coming up soon.